breaking news.
And a good morning to you on this Tuesday, St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it is St. Patrick's Day. It's early, my goodness.
This morning, we do want to start you off with some breaking news, and fire crews are right now battling a fire, and this is in Reno.
We did send Landon Miller out there. He's live on the scene now. He's in the area of Brinkby Avenue, Lakeside Drive with more. Landon, good morning to you.
Good morning, John. Good morning, Andy. We want to say at this point that the fire is out here at the Lakeside Condo Plaza here at the intersection of Lakeside and Brinkby. Take a look at our pinpoint 2 map. Just before 3 o'clock this morning at 2:56 this morning, fire crews responded to calls of an apartment on fire here. Of course, here's some of the video that we've seen earlier on this morning. Several people were evacuated. We're talking about 50 or so. What Reno Fire Department is telling us at this point is that the fire started on the bottom floor and worked its way up to the very top. All 3 of those units at this point sustaining very, very serious damage. The rest of the apartment complex here sustaining some smoke damage. Now let's talk a little bit about injuries. Reno Fire Department saying not confirming or denying how many people have been injured in this blaze, but from what I've seen on my own 2 eyes is that at least 2 or 3 people were rushed to the hospital immediately following this fire here. Smoke inhalation a major concern, as well as the fact that a lot of the residents here are elderly, making things especially challenging while trying to get and evacuate the residents here. Taking a live look once again at this fire, Reno Fire Department just doing some final work here, knocking out just a little bit of the smoke and the flames that are still left here. But once again, the majority of the fire is out. The residents right now at the pepper mill, and at this point, Brinkby is closed as everything continues here on scene. We're covering breaking news live from the intersection of Lakeside and Brinkby. Landon Miller, Channel 2 News.
Wow, looks like the whole department was out there. Thanks a lot, Landon. A lot of apartments in that neighborhood. Last week, hundreds of registered sex offenders in Washoe County were visited by U.S. Marshals and the Regional Sex Offender Notification Unit. And of the 325 homes visited, nearly 250 were in compliance with state sex offender laws. 20, though, out of compliance. And there was no answer at 55 of the homes checked. The Regional Sex Offender Notification Unit monitors more than 1,300 sex offenders registered in Washoe County.
And last week, the Reno City Council passed a resolution reinstating neighborhood advisory boards. Remember them? Well, now they're looking for applicants. The City Council plans to form 5 neighborhood advisory boards to represent different parts of the city, and each board will have between 5 and 7 members. They will hold monthly or even quarterly meetings that last about 2 hours each in the evenings, and they say they expect a lot of applicants.
What we're finding is that with the new city council, people are very excited about where Reno's going. They want to be part of it.
If you want to be part of it, we have a link to apply. You can head to KTVN.com and click on the news links button.
A former employee of the Washoe County court system pleaded guilty this week to attempted theft. Yeah. The Attorney General's office says the theft occurred between January and December of 2012 and involved Dreama Smith fraudulently obtaining and using unemployment insurance benefits. As part of the plea, Smith agreed to pay $7,000 in restitution. She will be sentenced in May.
Now, a follow-up to a story that we told you about yesterday. The Washoe County Sheriff's Office continues to investigate what caused the death of a man that was found on Sunday. Happened just after 2 o'clock when search teams were called near Eagle Canyon and Hungry Valley Road, a few miles northwest of Spanish Springs High School. Authorities have not said what may have led to the man's death, but they have now revealed that they are not looking for any suspects.
And this morning we have new information on the retirement of Reno Police Chief Steve Pitts. The Reno Police Department released the email Pitts sent to announce his retirement, and it said in part, "Thank you for allowing me to be your chief of police. It's been a priceless experience. Always serve with a full heart and move our organization forward toward what is best for our community." Pitts will retire on Friday, April 10th.
All right, let's find out what the weather's going to be like on this
Yes.
St. Patrick's Day.
All right. A lot of people partying outside today. Oh my gosh, a green derby.
Yeah, we got the hat over here. All right.
Okay,
Happy
all
St.
right.
Patty's Day.
He's
Yeah,
ready.
I'll put it on for
There
you.
he
There we go. All right. Happy St. Patty's Day. Yeah, that's right. Good morning, everyone. We're going to see kind of a cloudy day like yesterday, and temperatures will be a little bit cooler than yesterday as well. And the winds are picking up in the mountains. Gusting around 30 miles an hour up at Slide Mountain. You can see the camera bouncing around a little bit, but a little bit of a precipitation on the radar as well. So we do have a chance for some scattered showers out there today, as we're seeing a weak storm system pass to our north, but up to the north there, North Valleys, some light showers perhaps, and also up here in the mountains, maybe up around Tahoe City, it looks like, or Truckee along I-80. So look out for that. Maybe a few sprinkles out there this morning. Otherwise, our temperatures are very mild. Once again, 52 degrees as you head out the door. We have 50 in Lovelock. Still missing Winnemucca there, but bet you're right about 50 degrees as well. 43 at South Lake Tahoe. Carson City's at 55 degrees. Minden 48. So yeah, mild start. I mean, look at the average high, 58 degrees, and we're almost there right now in Carson City with 55. And your sunrise is coming up at 7:08, and your sunset now at 7:08. Yeah, so 12 hours of daylight and darkness out there. So low pressure systems off to our north for the day today. They'll give us a slight chance for a few showers. Again, generally north of I-80. You can see a few sprinkles out there. Otherwise, partly to mostly cloudy skies, and our temperatures will be just a little bit cooler than yesterday, but still very mild for this time of year with 68 degrees for the high today. We'll be back, talk about that 7-day forecast for you in just a few minutes. Have a great St. Patty's Day. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Well, the Nevada legislature is looking at many bills that would expand gun rights, including the ability to carry weapons on school and college campuses. Now, some of the controversial bills would recognize carry concealed weapon permits from other states. Others would lift some restrictions on where people can carry concealed weapons.
So we need 6 rounds.
Now, to get a CCW in the Silver State, you do have to be 21 years of age, but anyone with a history of mental illness, felony convictions, or gang affiliations cannot get one. Misdemeanors in the last 5 years, like DUI or domestic violence, would also disqualify an applicant. Training is also required.
You have a permit through the county, you have had a background, you've passed a fingerprint test, you've done a written test, you've done a physical test with shooting and qualification.
Well, many of these bills have been discussed in committee meetings, but the college campus carry one has not been voted on yet. There will be a session for that bill tomorrow.
The Nevada legislature is considering a bill that would bar lawmakers or their family members from taking gifts from lobbyists. You know, right now, lobbyists can give up to $100 in gifts to a legislator each year, and an unlimited amount, unlimited, folks, of food, drink, and entertainment. Senate Bill 307 would ban gifts and only allow lobbyists to buy food, drink, and entertainment at events where lawmakers are invited.
Republican Senator Don Gustafson is hoping to change the state's constitution to abolish the Silver State Health Insurance Exchange. This one's called SJR 14. It would prevent any Nevada agency or local government from having an exchange where people can buy health insurance. The resolution would need approval from 2 consecutive legislatures and voters before becoming part of the Constitution.
And lawmakers heard a bill yesterday that would allow counties to create trapping programs for feral cats. The program allows officials to trap, neuter, vaccinate, and then release feral cats. Assembly Bill 261 is supported by the Nevada Humane Society. They argue trapping and neutering cats is cheaper than euthanization. Wildlife conservation groups, though, oppose the bill. They say feral cats are a major threat to endangered birds.
Senator Dean Heller was among the 47 Republican lawmakers who signed that letter, remember, sent directly to Iran. Well, he justified the action, saying President Obama backed Republicans into a corner by failing to bring a nuclear weapons treaty to a vote in the Senate. All those involved say that any treaty could possibly be pulled once the president leaves office. But an international treaty attorney that we talked to said that's not the case.
If we go ahead and finish this treaty, which is all President Obama's asking to do, and the Senate doesn't like it, the Senate could take a vote saying we repudiate what President Obama did. That doesn't mean it's not binding on us under international law.
We did contact Senator Heller's office for an interview, but we did not get a direct statement. We also contacted Senator Harry Reid's office with no response.
Checking out Health Watch this morning. A little more than a year ago, Governor Sandoval created a council to improve Nevada's mental health system. But in Reno, service providers say getting support is still an uphill battle. Experts say a great deal of mental health patients end up in jail instead of in treatment because patients often break the law when symptoms are not addressed.
symptoms such as auditory hallucinations or delusions, increased paranoia, and oftentimes they'll act on those symptoms out in the community, which causes disturbances, and then the police get involved.
Advocates are working with the current legislature to find more support for mental health programs.
Well, today is St. Patrick's Day, and it's one of the most celebrated holidays of the year, but it's also considered one of the most dangerous across the nation. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says that over St. Patrick's Day, 276 people lost their lives to drunk driving crashes in the years between 2009 and 2013. So we are offering free services to keep you safe today. RTC buses will run from 4 o'clock to midnight, and AAA will be offering their Tipsy Tow program. It takes you home within 10 miles. You don't even have to be a member. Of course, there's the option of calling a taxi or a friend. You can find more information for all of these services at KTVN.com.
It's kind of a shame this fine Irish holiday is being known for booze. All right, looking now to our community, a Reno paramedic has been honored with a national award for creating a training program that prepares officers for shooting situations.
I'm very honored. It's a very humbling experience. You know, we don't really receive a lot of recognition for what we do. It seems like everybody here does special things every day, and so it feels good.
Way to go, Todd. Todd Kerfoot was chosen to receive the VFW's National Emergency Medical Technician Award. Kerfoot was one of the first responders to the renowned shooting in December 2013, and he was on scene for the Sparks Middle School shooting.
And a teenager from Douglas County is heading to Washington, D.C. to represent Nevada in the Scripps National Spelling Bee in May.
Boson. B-O-S-O-N. Boson.
That makes you the Nevada State Spelling Bee champion. Congratulations.
Awesome. 13-year-old Daniel Taylor of Grace Christian Academy beat out 33 other spellers to win the state spelling bee in Las Vegas. He had to spell nearly 20 words, including the winning one that you heard there, boson. It is a subatomic particle.
How's it spelled?
B-O-S-O-N. It's named after the physicist. He was an Indian man. Last name was Bose. And so
That's a real
boson.
word? Boson?
It's real.
I think they made it up.
No, I looked it up. It is real.
Well, anyway, what's exciting about this spelling bee, not that I'm for a kid in Ohio, but the first homeschooled student might win the National Spelling Bee. He's homeschooled, and that would make history. So.
That would make history, definitely. Very exciting.